3, 2, 1. Terrific. So thank you guys for being with us on Monday Night Ignite. You guys, I want to introduce you to one of my new friends who I met last month up at our beautiful St. Mary's farm in Idaho. And she is one of our amazing leaders. This is Tammy Osiecki. She is a busy mom of 3 young boys. They travel around and live in their motorhome. And what they do is they are volunteering as missionaries, rebuilding churches and different camps. Amazing things because they are terrific at all the things construction and making that happen for people. So what a blessing to have you here with us tonight. You're coming to us from Florida, is that right?
Yes, ma'am. Sweating her butt off.
Yes.
Okay, I'm super excited. Thank you, Danette. That was.
Hey, I'm not done yet. Do you want to go on? I wanted to make sure how well they understand how amazing you are, okay? Because you've had to work communication systems for your business to ensure that your team is receiving the love and the community that they deserve. And so what you're doing, as well as helping me and our team and many other leaders, you are helping us do the same for our team. So you are amazing. Thank you for helping me. I am super grateful that you're here teaching us this tonight. So she's going to be talking about easy duplication systems every brand partner in Young Living should be using in their business. So welcome, Tammy. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you. That was so sweet. I definitely tried to stop that because that makes me super uncomfortable, but I'm going to accept it because that's what I'm told to do. All right. So I love that I followed Dr. Doug, and I actually requested and bumped somebody off because I love his systems. Okay. Did you guys see what he did? He educates you. He does work one time. He puts it in a system and he uses it over and over and over again. He puts it in a system so that you can consistently use it and duplicate your team. And I love that he's able to do that. I've seen him multiple times teach, and I'm like, yes, I'm loving your marketing. This is amazing. Thank you for making it simple for everybody, because everybody watches these things and then we're like, wow, I wish I had that content. And he's like, I'll mail it to you for 30% off if you buy 2 or more. And I'm like, this is incredible. So today, I want to talk about a couple things. One, I just want to give you a heads up. If you've never heard me speak, I am from the North. I have had 2 nitros and I did drink coffee today. So everybody who's seen me speak, let them know how it's going to go for them because I had coffee. Good luck keeping up, people. But here's the great thing. This is recorded. Also, I have everything in a project broadcast template for you. Later, I'm going to give you my number. I'm literally going to give you everything I talk about. So what I want you to do is just sit there, try to keep up, try to take some notes and enjoy it and get in the chat, because I'm way more excited when you guys are interactive with me. I give way more content whenever I do that. So this is going to be hands-on, right? This isn't going to be Dr. Doug going, oh my gosh, he just is so smart, right? I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I could just buy his system and watch it over and over again, right? Okay, so in the chat, I want you guys to tell me, why did you start sharing Young Living? Super quick. I mean, super quick testimony. I feel that after the last week that we've had, we have to re-ground ourselves and remind ourselves, what was the reason that I started sharing Young Living? What was the passion? What was the movement? What was the desire? Whose life did I change? Was my life changed, right? Sometimes when we have a lot of noise around us, or we have social media that's influencing our thoughts, we have to get quiet. I get quiet with the Lord. You can get quiet with some music. Just sit there and journal. Why am I here? Why did I start? I really want you to know that I come from a place of, I want you to share because you see a change in these products and other people, and you want to impact other people's lives. Then I'm going to give you a bunch of different ways and systems that I train and teach other teams to use so that we can have systems that run and duplicate really easily in the background. Because again, I am a very busy mom, right? We travel the United States full-time volunteering, rebuilding churches. I volunteer and help churches with their social media. I'm a homeschool mom. I do have 3 boys. They're absolutely crazy. If you follow us on social media, it's basically the most boy life you'll ever see, right? So I had to learn systems. I knew that I was going to drown if I didn't do the follow-up for the year or the 6 months, because I wasn't going to do that. I was never going to remember that, right? I was never going to follow up with them. I was never going to go, oh, did you change your loyalty rewards order? I have no idea. Oh my gosh, did I even text you? Thank you. Right. So I created systems for that are running in the background that remind me to do the work that I know I need to do to build the community and the love, and also to make sure that these people are well taken care of. They have entrusted me with their purchase, and I want to make sure that they're not just out there flopping around. Okay. So I'm going to start with marketing, and I'm going to do things that are free and that everybody can do. And then I'm going to end the presentation with project broadcast, because that is genuinely my wheelhouse. But I know that not everybody has that, so I didn't want to start with that. So let's start with curiosity marketing. Don't mind me doing my hair. Okay, curiosity marketing is what is called pull marketing, right? I think a lot of times in Young Living, we do a lot of push marketing, right? Because we see these influencers and they're beautiful and they have all these filters and all these followers, and they're putting up an aria and selling 50 kits. And I'm like, girl, you're amazing. I will never be you. I just can't. I didn't come into this an influencer. I came into this maybe having 2,000 friends, but I want to make sure that I'm serving the people that God put in my path, right? And you can genuinely do that, and you can grow your team without having to be an influencer and having a massive following, right? So curiosity marketing, what does that look like? So again, I have all of this for you. I promise you. It's here though. Okay, so I have a printout, and I'm giving it to you. Don't write all of these notes at once. So there is a website called answerthepublic.com. In the comments, tell me if you've heard it and if you use it. I know that some people know about it, some people don't. When you know about it, you're going to be like, I did not even know that existed. It's so weird. So it's actually, what it does is it filters every Google question ever asked about any subject. So all you could type in there is essential oils. It will tell you what, where, when, how, why. It'll tell you the top questions that people are Googling about it. And guess what? Those are the people you're trying to serve. And that is the top questions they have on the content you're trying to create. So I went in there, I grabbed some of the top questions when we're looking at supplements, because I believe in residual income. I believe our supplements are incredible. I love essential oils and I use them. But when it comes to our supplements, that's where you can't go anywhere else and get supplements like Young Living has, right? And also there's some really easy buttons, Super B, ImmuPro, right? Like my business is grown on sleep and energy. I'm a busy mom. I could sell that left and right. Believe me, when ImmuPro came back in stock, my phone blew up. Okay, so I'm going to go through some of the questions that what you want to do. My suggestion for you is to pick a supplement every month and highlight it. Right? So let's say we're talking about B vitamins. You're going to pool market. You're not going to say, everybody go buy Young Living Super B. It's the most amazing thing. That's just not working, right? Everybody gets thrown marketing in their face all day long. We really have to bring them out and move the little needle forward just a little bit. So what do we start with? We start with, what does a deficiency in this vitamin look like? What does that even look like? What does it feel like? What are the side effects if I don't have enough B vitamins in me? Am I tired? Do I have a rash? Do I have blurred vision? Like, I'm making stuff up, right? Like, what does it look like to have a C deficiency, a D deficiency? Tell your market, serve them, say, hey, this is what it looks like. Do you have any of these issues? Who needs this supplement? Is there an age range that needs it more than others? 30 and above, hey, you guys aren't making this, you need more of it. What causes this deficiency? Is there a medication that can cause this deficiency in the body? That's really going to speak to a lot of people in America. A lot of them are on medications and they don't realize that a lot of those medications are causing issues in their body. What foods may help? Guys, Young Living's great, but it's not the end all be all. We can't just be Young Living all the time. Tell them to eat some chia seeds, you know? Tell them to drink water, get out in the sunshine, do a little bit of yoga, pray, meditate, ask for healing. You guys, we got to sandwich Young Living in the middle of all the other stuff, right? What should be in your vitamins and what should not be in your vitamins. I mean, you could go on forever in the Google on that one. When looking for these vitamins, what am I looking for to be in there, right? So now you're starting to show them, this is what I use. This is why I use supplements with oils in it. Then you finally are starting to reveal what it is that you are taking. This is why I've chosen the brand I have. You don't specifically have to say, this is why I chose Young Living. You could just say, this is why I've chose the brand that I have. And then you share testimonies, right? So this is through a whole entire month, right? So that's 10 posts. So you're looking between 2 and 3 posts a week. So you're not plastering it for them, but you're serving your audience and you're proving to them that they need these supplements, right? Without saying, please buy off of me right now, it's 15% off, okay? So curiosity marketing. Another reason that's super cool is that you can utilize this in Facebook groups without getting flagged or kicked out for selling things because you're serving your audience, right? So this is what works on Instagram. So when we're on Instagram, you would imagine this would look like a hashtag, right? I'm pulling the market there. I'm showing them, I'm serving the B vitamin market, the people that want the energy. They're finding that hashtag, they're looking at it, they're following me, they love the content. That's great. Let's look over in Facebook. What does that look like in Facebook? There are groups. I get into a lot of groups and I find my Me Too moments over there, meaning I was diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome. Thank you, Jesus, healed of that. But I go in polycystic ovarian syndrome groups and I make friends because guess what? We've all dealt with the same thing. I have Me Too moments with these people all the time. They're like, oh my gosh, guys, can you believe this happened? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yes, I can. So I can get into a group that is B deficiency group and I can serve them with a lot of the content that I'm creating on my page that is not salesy, just educational, just helping people eat the right foods, just helping them see what medications are causing the side effects of the B vitamins. Then when people comment, like, heart, whatever, I am building relationships with them. I am friending them. I'm going, oh my gosh, I've been B deficient for this many years. I can't believe I went through that. I'm so excited somebody else was dealing with it too. I don't feel so alone. Do not send them your link within the first 24 hours and try to sell them your B supplements. For the love of God, please don't do that, okay? I really want you to actually bring people to you and build relationships with you. If you are giving content on your social media feed, serving these people, they are gonna ask you, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. You did the homework for me. Okay, you did all your homework. Where'd you buy it? I'm just going to trust you. I'm going to buy it from where you bought it. That's what we're looking for here with curiosity marketing in this style. Okay. Let's move on to before and after, right? Peer studies. You and I, we are going to study a product. All right. We all can do this and we all should be doing this. I did one for collagen. And again, I shared the Google photo drive with you guys and the Google form with you so that you can see the flow of it. You can even answer it yourself. You can add your before and afters in there. I am always recreating reels and videos in there as people put the before and afters in there so that you guys can download it, upload it into Instagram, put a fun little sound on it, do whatever you want with it. I don't care. Just get people using Young Living. I love it, right? But every time we do a lymphatic challenge, an energy challenge, a sleep challenge, guys, we should be asking them for a review. Another way that you can utilize this in your business is if you want to offer samples of B vitamins for 5 days. I'm offering you 5 days worth of B vitamins. The only thing you have to do is fill out this Google form. Let me know how you felt before. Let me know how you felt after. Guess what I'm going to do with that content? I'm going to screenshot that. I'm going to share that as a testimony. I'm going to say, hey, Joe Schmo used this for 5 days. This is what they saw. This is their testimony. I'm super excited. I'm trying it again for another 5 days. Guys, when people get energy, they don't give it up. I'm just going to be honest. Like, again, would you ever stop taking Super V if you were like, dude, this stuff's blowing my mind? Like, I can't even tell you how many bottles we have in my house. My husband's just like, I think it's becoming a problem. I'm like, you're nuts. All right. So let me move to the next one. You do not need to be an influencer. We went over that. You just need to serve your audience consistently. Okay. Do you see how I am not vomiting Young Living every time there's a sale? I want my audience to know why. Why do they need these vitamins? What can make their life better? How can they make better choices? What choices might they be making that are causing this deficiency? I want your life genuinely to be better. Now, we're going to come back to all of that because I'm going to show you how I tie that in the project broadcast, which is what I want to talk about next. If you don't have project broadcast, I do encourage you to stay on this call because there is an only $15 a month option. And I don't feel genuinely that, and this isn't like me being, you have to be a certain rank. I feel that if you have 100 or more members, you probably should be having a project broadcast for your own team. If you have less than 100, you probably should just have project broadcast for keywords, campaigns, and text message connection with your people, right? Because all of the importing of your team and following up with them, that's a lot, right? And if your upline's doing that and doing an amazing job, let them do that for now. But I'm going to show you how I utilize project broadcast and keywords in 6 areas of my business. I had a look. Okay, in the comments, tell me, do you have project broadcast? Do you love it? Tell Jake Dempsey to hire me or love me or send me a thank you card. Somebody. Oh my gosh, I give that guy a lot of money. All right, project broadcast is awesome. And do you know why? Because 90% of text messages are opened within 15 minutes of arrival. Neil, I love some of your emails and they're beautiful, but I'm just going to be honest, the delivery rate is not as high as 90% within 15 minutes. Okay. So that's why when I saw that facts, I was like, oh my gosh, this is where we need to be. So the number one thing that I mean, it's not the number one thing. The number one thing I'm going to tell you about is a follow-up campaign for new friends that you meet. So in the chat, I want you to tell me, have you ever met like a friend or a mom and gave them a sample and friend them on Facebook and then you totally forget who they are? Maybe you don't even remember their name. You're like, what did I even give you? I don't even know. I know I met Sally, but I don't know her last name. And what does she look like? And is it Sally Joe or Sally Bob? Right? Okay, so for me, what I do is that I give them my project broadcast number. I then manually attach a keyword to them and it follows up with them for 6 months. Not in a weird way where I'm like, hey, Sally Joe, would you like to buy my oils? More of a once every 3 weeks, I'm like, hey girl, what's up? How are you doing? Here's a funny meme I thought of you. Oh, this is hilarious. Like, hey, how can I pray for you today? I'm just journaling and praying. And legit people, I swear, if you send out, how can I pray for you? I actually expect you to write that down when they answer you back. Okay, we are not manipulating the system. We really want to pray for people. Okay, so again, I'm giving you that. Please don't think you have to create it. I'm actually just going to give it to you, right? But what that allows me to do is to not think, right? God puts people in my path all the time. And I don't know why they're there, but I do want to serve them. I want to serve them with a servant's heart and I want to love them as much as I possibly can, right? I'm funny. I want to send them funny memes about, I think one of them's about a mosquito. Like, I mean, I live in Florida, y'all. It's crazy down here. Our mosquitoes are huge. All right. So the next thing that I use project broadcasts for are keywords. And you keep hearing me say that because keywords are kind of the thing, right? Text this keyword, get 30% off. Dr. Doug, we should totally have a text message campaign with all your stuff in it, just a heads up. All right, so keywords can be used in so many ways. I use them in chiropractic offices. So a lot of chiropractors are on my team, they just don't have time for another business. But guess what? They want the income. They have the clientele that wants a better option in their health, but they don't have time to work Young Living. So I set up a keyword for Dr. Doug's chiropractic care. So text in Dr. Doug chiropractic care, and it will automatically drip campaign information out to them about essential oils. I always ask the receptionist to give them a sample. So they have a bowl of samples, 5 mLs, super easy roller balls, fixing a couple really simple, common issues that people deal with in the most compliant of ways, of course. And then when they take that 5 ml bottle, they have to text that keyword in. And I ask them, which one did you get? I add them to the campaign that goes with that roller ball if I want to, or I have a generic campaign that at the end, it can have a wish list attached to it, with a bunch of the stuff that the doctor always recommends, and they can pick and choose what they want. It has his sign up link, or if they are not brand partners, it has my sign up link. They're always brand partners, right? Okay, so that's one way we use it in chiropractic cares. FYI, you can use that again in massage places. I had somebody on my team use it for a nail tech that way. Other ways, dog groomers, Airbnbs. Okay, so I live in Florida. We have a lot of Airbnbs. We made these little postcards that says like, hope you had the greatest time ever. We put a hole here. We put a sample of Stress Away in it. We have them text the word stress away to my project broadcast number if they would like any more. So when they're coming to these Airbnbs and they want it to smell good, right? Like every hotel you ever go into absolutely has scent pumped into it. So I just approach all of the Airbnbs in my area and I'm like, hey guys, I'll do this for free for you because I mean, I'm going to give out samples either way, people. So why not just give them to the Airbnb? They put them on the pillow. There we go. All right. Next way, 1 year follow-up for all new members. I've given you the outline. Okay, I haven't done the work for you. So I do create custom campaigns for custom clients of mine, but I've given you an outline of a flow to work off of, right? So you'll import that into your project broadcast with a bundle. It'll give you tips and tricks of what you need to be putting in there. The first one's obviously going to be introducing yourself. The second one's going to let them know to get in your Facebook group. If you have a link tree, if you have, well, they should be on the Life Steps app, right? So then after that, I just flow you through a system for a whole entire year, asking questions of, hey, did you get this whenever you signed up with Young Living? Because my husband cannot live without this oil, right? Like you have to ask them questions, right? We are moving these people from I just bought my starter kit to really ticking them up one little step after another. Do we want them bought in like everybody is on here? Do we all want them on Dr. Doug's call? Yes, we do. But that's not going to happen until we move one step at a time forward in educating them on why they need to pay attention. Okay. So that 1 year follow-up campaign, you'll just run a report. You plug all your new members into the 1 year follow-up. Okay. Past downline members. This is my number 4. I've given you the things because I like to give things away. Okay, past downline members. Just because they're already on your team doesn't mean, and you maybe have forgotten to love them, doesn't mean that it's too late. Right? Okay, in the comments, if you've used any of my techniques for your past downline members, how do your thumbs feel after that? I had someone message me the other day and was like, Tammy, I have like 400 messages. And I'm like, I know, it's so great, right? And I'm so excited for them because I want you busy. If you want to grow, if you need to grow outside legs to hit the next rank, I need you asking your people questions. I need you going, how are you? How are you today, people? We are in a society where people want community. We miss people. There are people sitting on their couch so lonely. And I pray before I send out any text message or I set up any of my clients, I make sure that we pray together, that God goes before us and shows up on the day that that person needs them. Right? God is going before me. They need to see us that day. I am the light of the world and I need to show up for these people. And that is how I approach my business in every system that I do. I am here to serve. That is it, guys. We are here to serve our community, to love them, to help them heal, right? Help them find healing. All of that is what we are actually here to do. Okay, we're not here to get busy on social media, make a bunch of reels, be an Instagram influencer, be influenced by people who have jumped ship. None of that is here. That's not why we're here. We're here to serve the people that are in front of us, and that is it. Okay. Guess what we're gonna do with those keywords? Okay. You know, every time Young Living does an incredible sale, like I'm just gonna give you 15% off of everything on the website. Guess what Tammy's doing? She's hitting up all those keywords she created and she's sending them a message and she's going, guess what? I know you love Super B. It was 15% off today. Hey, I know that you opted into my detox information. It's 15% off. Hey, I know you're at the chiropractor all the time. FYI, 15% off today only. Guys, it's already in a file and a tag folder for you to just go and market to these people and get them to sign up, because if they haven't because they wanted to, sometimes finances are the change that they need to see. So the percentage off really does truly help. Okay, I'm going to give an example of one way you're going to use it on social media with that little printout of all the questions you should be using in like a 1 month span. Is that you can use the keyword B vitamins, right? And throughout the month, you could say, hey, if you want me to text you all of the information that I have gathered for this month, text B to my project broadcast number. And then I will also send you all of the files, all of the content, all of the links, all of the WebMD, everything, right? So if you're writing up a post and people are like, well, how do you know this? Because they always do. Is Christy Zittle on here, girl? She's always getting like, where'd you get the information? Where'd it come from? The Google? And I'm like, no, it came from like a reputable source. Stop being a weirdo, right? But I will do the legwork for you. But if you would like my legwork, I need you to text the word B into my project broadcast number, because now I know you care enough, right? And I know that my content is quality. So now again, I have pulled them off of social media because social media, and I have them in my pocket, in my phone. And again, whenever it's on sale, I go and text those people. Okay, so that's another way you can use project broadcasting, your stories and your posts and your reels, wherever you do with all the things. Okay. Last on project broadcast, I wanted to share a bundle code that blew up over the weekend. My friend Stephanie Ringenstein, I don't know how to say her name. It starts with an R. She's adorable. She's on this call. She's gonna kill me, but she has helped me. She is an amazing angel in my life. I basically brainstorm with her all night long. I keep her up all night because she's like, Tammy, every time you call, I just get so excited. And I'm like, we have to do this. So what we created was a time-lapse campaign for the simplified line, because I really feel that this is hitting a whole nother market in social media, in holistic health, everything, right? Guys, like, some people don't care like we care. They don't care about vitamins. They don't care about oils. They don't care about their deodorant, but they do want their house to smell like a pumpkin pie. I don't understand it, but it is what it is, right? So we created a text message campaign where you will get a template that'll go out to your brand partners. So you run a report, all brand partners send this out. It has beliefs in it, right? If you have not read Lori Bory's book, you need to read it, right? I pull a lot of my content in my project broadcast. I literally open up her book and all my tabs, and I'm like, am I sealing the deal? I don't just want to be fluffy. I want to say, are you ready? Let's do this. Want to buy it? I believe that this candle industry is massive, and I believe that Young Living has not stepped into it yet. I now am like, guys, we actually have it. We have the line. I do believe it's going to sell out like September 1st, which is why we had to pivot, and we added to the text message time lapse campaign for you a pivot for the next 4 weeks. Sorry, my son came home with his dog. For the next 4 weeks. So there's other oils outside of the simplified line at the good, better, best option that come with graphics. I also gave you the Google document situation as well. So you have all the write-up, and then you also have all the photos. You can download them. You can use them however you want. Thanks, Stephanie, for creating that. She says that you guys can overlay anything you want on it, change it up a little bit. You can add pictures back into that Google photo drive. If you guys want to share ideas, I am down for all of that. If you're giving away a certain diffuser that you love, whatever it is, we are Team YL, and I love to serve this community. So with that being said, I genuinely just want to thank you for allowing me to serve you in my giftings and talents and what God has put me on this earth to do, right? I know I'm called to do this. I'm called to encourage you in your business and hype you up and excite you and let you know that you were made for a time such as this. You were put on this earth right now You were put in this company. You were given these products to change somebody else's lives. And I just want to encourage you to go out and do that. I don't want to see you drowning. So please use some systems, right? I am going to give you all of the systems. Okay. Now you can take notes and write down my number. My number is 412. I'm from Pittsburgh. That would be the terrible towel back there. 394-8823. Text the word Monday. That's how I know I talked to you on Monday. Just text the word Monday and everything will be texted over to you right away because I have it all set up in a system. All right, so it's only 7:33. I'm either down for questions or open conversation of how you guys are using Project Broadcast, how you're seeing success in your business. I love talking about business with Young Living. I just think this is an incredible company. I love the products. I love the people. I love the family that I've gotten from it. And I just encourage you guys to just dive deeper into sharing and just get excited about it because we are about to feel a momentum and a wave in Young Living like you have never felt before. I believe it. I receive it. I have seen it at corporate. I have talked to them. I know some things and I'm like, y'all, hold tight, get your systems in place. Let's do this. All right. I'm going to take a drink now.
Take a breath too.
Okay, did anybody see a question over in the chat that I need to answer? You're welcome to tell me about it. Oh, Trisha, enzymes. Okay, talking about enzymes and probiotics, amazing. Guys, do I have the ability to share my screen? I can show you that website really quick.
Yes,
it's super cool. Okay. I might not talk over it because my service gets questionable when I start sharing. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like. I have to be the host. I think you made my cell phone me the host. This is my computer me. There's a lot of me's. There's me working in the background answering all of your text messages too.
Okay, it should be working now.
Okay, I love you.
Tammy, you have a question here, and somebody says, if several leaders above are using it, is it possible my team will get overloaded?
Yeah, absolutely. So you need to talk to your upline. If you have more than 100 people on your team, just have a conversation. Maybe even ask your downline, hey, are they serving you well? Is there anything, any hole that I can fill in better? Right? I do know that a leader that might have recently left did Project Broadcast the whole organization. So now all of these people that are large are like, oh my gosh, I've never Project Broadcast before. And I'm like, guys, I'll do my best to serve you as much as I possibly can. So yes, please do not have 5 people Project Broadcasting one person. Talk to your upline. Ask them, say, I would like to take over Project Broadcast. Is that okay? What they'll do is they won't communicate as much, maybe once a year for their oily anniversary. That's an amazing idea to always have your diamond and royal, always text your people, happy oily anniversary. I don't know about you, but if I wake up on the day that I signed up with Young Living and I have 5 text messages from people in Young Living congratulating me and excited about my oily anniversary, I'm gonna be like, first off, y'all are weird, but I love you. You're my people, right? Like that's not strange, right? But always allow them to at least do that, right? But the once a month, the promos, things like that, they don't need to come from 5 different people. Just one person, please. That would drive me nuts. All right, guys, so this is the Answer Public website. Let's look up, okay, let's look up probiotics. Okay, and then we're going to search. So on the first version of this, you can do 1 a day. You might be able to do 2. Okay, so then you just look at the wheel. So what are they? Are probiotics safe for pregnancy? Are probiotics good for constipation? Where are probiotics found in the body? Okay, where do probiotics come from? When? Which should be when probiotics after antibiotics? That's a good question. When probiotics cause constipation? Can probiotics cause diarrhea? Who probiotics definition? That's a weird one. Again, this literally just pulls from the Google. I do call it Google. Why probiotics are good for you? Why probiotics don't work? That's an interesting one. Guess they're taking the wrong one, but that's a super great question, right? So what this is giving you is what is our society asking about the thing that you're going to market about for 30 days. So answering the question, why don't probiotics work, is a really good thing to tell people. Like, hey, I know you might have tried it. Here's 10 reasons why they wouldn't have worked. You got them from Walmart, got them from the Dollar Tree. They weren't refrigerated, right? Like they were the wrong strands. I mean, there's probably a million reasons. Ask Stacey Kimbrough, she'll probably tell you all the things. She's super smart. Will probiotics help me lose weight? I like that one. How probiotics work, right? So you guys see how it works? And you can actually download this. See the download CSV file up there? You can print it out, have it on a piece of paper. So when you go to the coffee shop and you write your content for the whole month, and you're like, I'm just going to answer these 10 questions that people want to know about probiotics. And then guess what? I'm always going to point them to Young Living's probiotics because they're the best. Okay. Isn't that website super cool? I'm like,
Love that.
Like we don't have to think anymore.
It's true.
True. All right. Leslie asked, what's the number for? Leslie, that is my project broadcast number. If you text the word Monday to that number, I will automatically work in the background with you and give you all of the information that I gave you tonight and a bunch of different little links. All right. Any other questions that anybody saw?
Can you just, for those who are brand new, can you just explain project broadcast in the sense that when you're texting a number what do you call it, a tag word or whatever it is? If you're saying Monday, don't say thank you, Tammy, Monday, because that's not gonna mess it up.
Right. Okay, yeah. So a keyword is I am able to put a word like the word Monday, only Monday, not Monday in a sentence. If you put, I'm so happy it's Monday, it will not text you the information. Can I manually apply it? Yes, and I do, and I will. But if anybody ever asks you to do it, just text the word. But what we can do then in Project Broadcast is I can have an automatic reply back that could be in a delay too, so that I don't look robotic. My whole goal in Project Broadcast is to never look like a robot. Funny story, Stacey McQuaid, I help with her Project Broadcast. I was around her daughter in Hawaii, and she's like, are you my mom's robot? And I was like, yeah. She's like, oh my gosh, you like totally checked in on me the other day. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. My mom's checking in on me. It was me. And I was like, stop it. I love that happened, right? Like, and then one of her friends went and asked her, it was like, hey, your mom's texting me. Like, she just wants to make sure I'm doing good with my oil. She's like, that's not my mom, that's a robot. I could have just beat Molly at that moment. I said, Molly, I worked too hard not to look like a robot, sister. You let them think we're real. We are real. We really do care. We really do reply. It just allows us to have a system so that I can be able to release the pressure, right? The pressure that is on my shoulders to make sure that I am remembering to love the people that bought from me. That's all Project Broadcast is to me. It helps me with a seamless system so that I know that I'm serving well without feeling pressure to remember every day. Did I check in on Sally, who should have probably changed her loyalty rewards order because it was like 29 days and she didn't, and now she's getting the same order? I don't ever want that feeling again. I had it at the beginning of my business and it was horrible. Airbnb has a page for those who run one. I do, and I use a lot of YL in it. I'm going to do more with it now after listening tonight. Oh, I'm excited, Lisa, to read about your Airbnb situation. They love the diffusers. Yes, I know Sherry von Lupstein, she puts diffusers in all of her Airbnbs. It does have a label on it that says, if this is gone, you owe me $25 and it will come out of your deposit. That's a great way to do it. And you do want to make sure that you are asking for an opt-in keyword of information. You can do a barcode scan, all of those things. I love Airbnbs. How do you find Airbnbs? Oh, I mean, thing is, in Florida, they're everywhere, right? Like my neighbor, they're everywhere. We did like smaller motels. We did those. And then, yes, you can literally message the Airbnb people. I've done that as well. Also, Airbnbs that I stay at, I leave them samples. I let them know how I help them market. And then I think I got one in Chicago doing it that way. I have several leaders above me. We talked about that. Is there a cost for Monday PB info? No, Dawn. Jesus. I would never charge you for that. I'm here to serve you and love you. Okay. All right, guys, if you don't have any other questions, I mean, my husband's going to be like, wow, you're early tonight.
I think that you talked so fast that we're all trying to process it and can't wait to read the notes and to see actually remember everything that you said.
Okay, listen, guys, I love you, but I know that I give a lot of content, but that's why I have a system to give it to you after I walk away, because I can't slow me down. I'm way too passionate about young living in the business. I have just learned to make sure that you're well taken care of when you walk away from this call.
Okay, give out your number again, because Beverly just joined and she's gonna be able to watch this recording, but then also she'd like to text you the word just Monday to what number?
Okay. My project broadcast number is 412-394-8823.
All right.
And someone said they're don't know how to text, like they don't have PB. If they text you that number, they'll still get that even though they don't use PB, or?
Yep. Yeah, there's information in there that is not, so I have spaced it out. You'll get the Google photo drive. You'll get the Google form. You'll get the Google information of all the questions in one place. And then at the end, you're going to see Project Broadcast campaign code. That you don't need because you don't have Project Broadcast. So yes, if you just text me from your cell phone number, you can still get the information. Absolutely. Again, y'all tell Jake Dempsey, just throw me like 100 credits or something. Just kidding. I'm super blessed. Yeah. But for real, that man.
Jake's my next text.
Right? I love him. He's a genius, guys. Spaces. Okay, let me give you a little bit of share on Spaces. I know Liz James is on this call. She's going to be using it possibly for her blood bank drive for clean blood. Blessed by the blood, I believe it's called BBB, right? Oh gosh, help me, Liz. Okay,
Put it in the chat, Liz.
Yeah, Liz, could you? Okay, so what Spaces is Jake Dempsey is a genius And he created a Facebook, Telegram, all of that inside of Project Broadcast, because we know that we are insanely censored outside, right? So that's why a lot of you might not even see me share a lot on social media. I share a lot about my family, about our mission work, about our travels, because I'm passionate about that. But I do a lot of behind the scenes work because I am way too passionate and way too honest to be on social media. They be shutting me down all the time. So in Project Broadcast, you'll see, if you have it, and there is a free version so that you can be a part of this. If you go to projectbroadcast.com and you go to join, make sure you scroll up. It'll kind of be tricky. You're like, I have to join. You don't. If you just scroll up, you can get a free Project Broadcast number so that you can be in all the spaces with us. A space, imagine a space right now. This is what it looks like. It looks like a messaging thread with a bunch of your friends that is not censored. What it will evolve and eventually look like is a style of Facebook, right? So think of it as groups, right? So you have a space for all of your brand partners, and you all share all the photos, all the videos, all the content, all the information, and you're never censored, and you never have to deal with another algorithm again. Who's excited for that? I am. Okay. Then these spaces can be added to your text message campaign. So let's imagine you have a campaign about Super Bee. I don't know, anything, right? Well, then you could say, hey, do you want to join our spaces, which is like a Facebook group for everybody that deals with energy issues. So now you pull them all over the spaces, you have a whole bunch of people talking and excited and sharing what they're doing. Are they getting more sunshine? What did they eat? What recipes do they have if they're gluten-free? Right, like guys, it can go on and on and on. We can create little pockets of people that we talk to, and we can love and serve where they need loved and served at. So I love spaces. Again, shouldn't Jake hire me, guys?
Wide open spaces. Okay. So any other questions before we let the master go?
Well, I love you all. Yes, blessed by his blood. That's it. Thank you. Okay, I love you guys. Dr. Doug was awesome. And thank you for, again, letting me serve and share in this space with you.
Thank you, Tammy. We sure appreciate you in all the ways. I'm pretty sure we're going to need to have you back. So just be looking for a request between me and Stacy. And you guys have a great night. Thank you so much. Thank you, Doug. Thank you, Tammy. Thanks for everybody being on tonight. Have a great week.